York's classic rock. Q1043.
All right, welcome back. Jonathan Clark, very excited to be in the studio with our good friends Rob Halford and Richie Faulkner from Judas Priest. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Jonathan. Hi, everybody.
Great to have you here.
Again.
I got to hold this awesome album cover up right now for all the fans. It's Firepower. And on the Firepower 2018 World Tour, all the tour dates, JudasPriest.com. So congratulations. This album charting on the Billboard album charts, the highest charting debut for Judas. I mean, more than British Steel. I mean, like.
This is a testimony to our amazing metal maniacs, our fans here in North America. I mean, worldwide, but particularly in this instance.
Yeah.
You know, it just shows you this incredible heavy metal love affair that continues to thrive for not only Priest, but for the heavy metal community. You know, this is not only a big moment for the band, it's just a big thing for heavy metal, a heavy metal band at number 5 in the Billboard charts from Great Britain, I hasten to say.
Absolutely.
So it's just fantastic, and we're so excited, and we're still, you know, roaring from this news and on the road, and a great show last night in Jersey, and man, it's just been nonstop.
Another statistic: Priest is now the longest working, recording, touring heavy metal band of all time.
Is that in the Guinness Book of Records?
Well, it should be. Well, Black Sabbath, they finished last year?
Yeah, but he's kind of made a little bit of a retirement. We hope it's not for good, because the world loves Sabbath, and we're good friends. We've known each other from both bands pretty much started around the same time. I think Sabbath was in 66 or 60 something.
Late 60s.
When Priest was 69, so it's 50 years for Priest next year.
Isn't that again a testament to 50 years that the fans have been behind you guys?
Yeah.
That's an amazing thing, isn't it? And I think for Priest, after 50 years, to put a record like this out in 2018, it's just like, it sums all that up, I think, with the fans, the metal, and it's, as Rob said earlier on, it's just an affirmation of heavy metal in 2018.
And you guys have made lots of different albums and everything like that, but you have found your niche, your genre, and you have stuck to that, and the fans have stuck there with you for 50 years. So
and we always say from the stage at the start of every show, Jonathan, that this is, are you guys ready for some Judas Priest style heavy metal?
Right. Yes.
Because you know us, you've been a fan of the band forever, Jonathan, and so we'll take you from being the painkiller to your turbo lover, to break some law, then go living after midnight. We've got all these great phrases that are now in the kind of the lexicon.
They sure are.
Of the Priest world, as we call it.
You know what's awesome, though? You guys launched a name generator so your name can appear as a Judas Priest logo.
Did you do yours yet?
I didn't do mine yet.
Check it out, man. It looks so cool.
It is so great. How was the Prudential Center show last night? Now, big news, Glenn joined you on stage, right?
Glenn came out, yeah. We always said that, obviously due to Glenn's situation, he will be stepping down slightly from touring, but he will be back at some stage. And in true, Glenn Tipton hero form, there he was at the Prudential in front of, all the metal maniacs, and they went absolutely ballistic. I mean, you can imagine, man. It was like a goosebump moment. It was phenomenal. And we went straight into Metal Gods, which is pretty fitting. It was a metal god right there, and it's just a testament, again, to how much of a hero Glenn Tipton is.
A quick story. I had Zach Wilde in here a few months ago, and I was doing this thing of like, okay, Zach, you got to pick one. Beatles or Stones, Gibson or Fender, Maiden or Priest. And then that one got him right there. He goes, look, I got it. Iron Maiden, all the love. Bruce, everybody, loved for years, but I got to go with Priest because Glenn Tipton was so innovative for his time and really affected the way Zach approached his guitar when he was a young teenager.
And that's great to hear you say that because, his style is remarkable. His heritage really comes from the blues. Would you agree, Richie?
Absolutely.
And the blues started everything. Blues was there before even rock and roll came into existence. So Glenn's bones in metal are really embedded in the blues, and that's how he grew from that experience as a guitar player. And that's his style. That's the Glenn Tipton sound. The Glenn Tipton way of playing guitar is very special and very unique.
Well, we hope to see more of those, sort of random jumping on stage moments for this tour. I want to read the back of the album cover. I think it's awesome. Forged by conflagration of molten metal fury and Hellion Metallion, a warrior for justice and salvation, ultimate god of firepower, Titanicus.
You don't get any more metal than that.
You don't get, and a blizzard today too. That's pretty heavy metal as well. But
Richie, we're text fiends. Richie texts me, goes, "We need a name for this thing on the front of Firepower, because we have the Hellion, and of course we have the
Metallion.
The Metallion. So the way we create stuff in metal, it all bounces from like little seeds of ideas." So I just went straight to my trusty thesaurus that's with me everywhere I go. And I'm thinking, and I'm looking at the cover, and I'm thinking, what can be Leviathan or gigantic or something? And then this Titan, the planet, is there a planet called Titan?
There's a moon, I think.
Was there a moon or a god, a Greek god?
Yeah.
And then, the Dinosaurus thing and the Titanicus came together. And then we just worked on telling a little bit of a story about this kind of cool, edgy vibe of, this consummation thing going on between these two metal beasts from the past, bringing forth this modern metal monster, the Titanicus. It's part of this beautiful, rich tradition and history of Priest that we have, embellishing our music with illustrations and these larger-than-life characters.
So you've done this, I guess, 18 times now. When you finish all the tracks, you're in the studio, you listen to the final playback, or maybe even when you're mastering, do you go to, this whole album is just awesome. Do you guys go to yourself like, wow, guys, well done? I mean, the songs are really tight. Everything's perfectly produced, or has it all become sort of old hat at this point? I mean, when you finally hear the playback.
I think you look at each other and you look at each other with excitement. You know how these songs are going to go down live. You can't wait to play them live, and you just give each other that look like, yeah, this is rocking, man. Because when you go in the studio, you never know what you're going to come out with. You've got an idea and, a vision to some degree, but you never know what the final product is going to sound like, how the songs are going to morph or change or be refined. So when you sit there and you listen to it in its entirety, I think, for us, we all get excited for the fans. The first time the fans are going to hear it as a song, as a piece, as an album, and live, and just, as Rob said, experience that whole thing along with the artwork, the songs, the sentiment, the messages. And it's what Priest's all about, man, so it's very exciting.
The band's name comes from a Bob Dylan song, The Ballad of Frankie Lee and Judas Priest. And Rob, you have to tell me the Bob Dylan story. I read about it, but please tell me, because you were at Sony one time. He's on Columbia, so that's Sony. Yeah. So tell me your brush with greatness with the great Robert Zimmerman.
Well, I was with the Fight Band some years ago here in New York City, and we were doing a live broadcast, and I heard that Bob Dylan was in the building, and I said, "Is he nearby?" He goes, "Oh, he's just a couple of rooms away from the studio." So it's Bob Dylan.
Come on,
who doesn't even want to just look and go, "There's Bob Dylan"?
Yeah.
So I said, "Is there any chance I can just quickly say hi? We'll ask his people, and his people will whatever." And they said, "Yeah, he wants to say hello." So they take me through these corridors. Then I go into this kind of dimly lit corner of a room, and there's Bob, surrounded by beautiful women, and a big plate of fruit, which I couldn't quite understand the thing, Bob Dylan and fruit.
Right, it doesn't kind of go together. Yeah,
whatever, it doesn't, And somebody goes, "Bob, this is Rob Halford from Judas Priest. This is where I do my Bob Dylan impression. Hey, Rob, what's happening? What's going on?
There's a choice we're making.
Yeah, awesome. What's happening?" So, "Hey, Bob, it's such a pleasure to me." I shook his hand and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm touching Bob Dylan." And he goes, "How's Ozzy doing? How's Ozzy doing?" I'm like, "Oh, he's doing good, man. I'm out there."
Well, wait, why Ozzy?
I don't know, but you see, this is a great thing about metal. We have, God bless Ozzy. Ozzy is part of this great world of rock and roll, and I think he was the Birmingham connection, maybe.
Right.
Priest and again Sabbath.
Yeah.
But he just mentioned Ozzy, and we had a little bit of chit chat, and then I was ushered away. But what a great moment! We've had a few moments like that, when I met Jack Nicholson at the JFK Live Aid in Philadelphia.
Wow.
All these big people in in the world of music and the movies.
And who
we
would
still
ever
get
thought-
starstruck. You know, if you don't get starstruck,
Oh, my God,
you must
yeah.
be dead inside. So this is just great connectivity. The driver that took us to New Jersey last night, we were sitting in the back and talking to the guy, and he goes, I saw you guys play at the Palladium in 1978, opening up for Angel.
Wow. That's
Who knew?
amazing.
Who knew?
That's
But
like
this
the
is
best.
it. This is it. This is the reach of Priest in this beautiful country. I think we've just about touched everybody's lives, and we're passed on from generation to generation, and that's a beautiful thing.
It sure is. God bless Judas Priest, man. The new album is Firepower. They are on tour. All the tour dates, judaspriest.com. Rob, Richie, I want to play Lightning Strikes from the new album. Again, this song charted close to, I mean, this is like charting. So, is it like top 5? I mean, it's doing fantastic.
It's top 20. And again, thank you for all of our friends in radio. We love you guys for spinning this song. It means so much to us. We have this amazing relationship with rock and roll radio throughout America. And, you know, we can't thank you enough, because there's nothing, it's the biggest rush in the world is to be in your car and then your song comes on the radio. Still. It's just it's the biggest thrill. It's a buzz, man. So thank you for that. And this is a big, to a certain extent, a surprise. You know, that a band of Priest's legacy status can still find a place in the active rock 40. So we thank you for checking out Lightning Strikes, and there's more to come, I believe. Yeah.
Absolutely. Rob, Richie, Judas Priest, thank you guys so much for continuing to do this for 50 years. I mean, it's fantastic. So best of luck on this tour. Stay safe, and please come back here anytime.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
New York's classic rock, Q1043.